they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Wednesday, they'll continue the road trip, heading out to Atlanta to take on the Hawks.
And that matchup against the Heat, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Patrick Beverley. Harkless is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's George in at the 2 guard. And for Dallas, inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Luka Doncic, and it's Finney Smith in at small forward. Now here's Leonard, down to 5 on the shot clock. Looking at the schedule, doors about halfway through the season, some teams that started out very hot and were winning like crazy have now come back to earth. They've cooled a bit. They've leveled out.
I think inevitably over the course of an 82-game season, NBA players will tell you there are always ups and downs and waves of success and then the tough moments. And the best teams seem to be able to weather all of that. Not get too high when they're playing well, not get too low if they're in the middle of a slump.
Now Beverley, after Tim Hardaway missed from long range. Porzingis with the block. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. Over Beverley. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock.
There's no defense for that. Sometimes Doncic just hits tough shots.
And George kicks to Zubac. Outside Leonard. Outside George. Lays it up off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Now, here's Doncic, and he lays it straight in. Doncic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, Luka Doncic has every skill necessary to be a difference maker on the boards. Let's begin with his great size.
Harkless with it, guarded by Porzingis. And there's George. That's good on the assist by Mo Harkless.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And you know this, Greg. He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Ball's knocked loose. Doncic against Beverley. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That is his first foul of the game. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Doncic outside, fires from deep, knocks down the 3 ball. Doncic has got 7. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 3-point game. But they recover it. And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That's his first foul. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. And the pass to Beverley. Just 5 on the clock. Got a piece of it. Doncic with the steal. Outside, Porzingis fires the 3. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
And it's Leonard with the jam.
Incredible wingspan, unbelievable hands. The alley-oop is easy.
Earlier, David Aldridge spoke with head coach Doc Rivers. What'd you find out, David?
Well, Kevin, he talked about his team's defensive mindset. He said they have to be willing to sacrifice a little room in the paint if it means they stay tight on their outside shooters. He said it's no secret those guys attack from long range, and that's what we've got to stop. We'll see, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Devising a strategy to take away that 3-point shot. And here's George after Luka Doncic hitting the 3. Hardaway against Beverly. Hardaway, no good. Clippers trail by 4. Here's the teardrop and the layup by George. He has 6.
You're asking for trouble now if you let Paul George get room to run. Excellent transition and superb at getting himself in the right position.
Now here's Hardaway, coming off a solid outing against Portland. Now here's Beverly. George looking over the floor. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Last game for the Mavericks, they picked up the W against the Trailblazers. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Outside Leonard. Shot on the wing. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
This guy has not been a factor at all in this quarter, and it has hurt the team.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. And how is the West shaping up, guys? Well, let's take a moment here to check it out now that the mid-season grind is well underway. You take a look at Los Angeles, holding on to second spot in the conference. A great season for them so far. And, of course, Dallas, 3 spots below.
You know, right now, Dallas, they fought awfully hard this season, and they've got the results to show for it. It's been a breakout year for this group.
Yeah, no doubt. It's been a nice story, but now the real work begins, getting themselves primed for a deep push into the playoffs. Boy, when you look at the numbers and the impact for Paul George, there is no question he's been in the MVP conversation. The outside shooting, the ability to attack the rim, and the force he is on the defensive end, just so impressive.
The throw good, Paul George. And Doris with George and his offense last season might have been his best effort yet.
Yeah, Kevin, he had to take on more responsibility on the offensive end, and you could tell he has shot more and more threes. He gives his team a much-needed outside threat. You loved everything Paul George is able to give you.
And George drops them both.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
And Beverly kicks to George. And the Clippers miss again.
Boy, he really wanted that shot, trying to make the defense pay for leaving him that wide open.
Bangs home the trifecta.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
Here's Doncic. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Doncic passes to Wright. Clock at 6. No good on that one. Great D that time from Leonard. Clippers trail by 4. Pass to Beverly. Back to Leonard. And he banks in the layup. Leonard's got 6.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Right against George. On the wing, Doncic. Outside, Porzingis. They get it back. Knocked loose. And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. Taking high percentage shots has been this group's specialty. On your screen now are this month's field goal percentage leaders. Ivica Zubac, fourth. And, of course, Dwight Powell.
Both of these guys have been shooting with tremendous efficiency as the month has gone on. I don't know who's going to outdo who.
Now here's Porzingis. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Powell for three. The Clippers grab the miss. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
Well, how about the job they got from their bench? That productivity was a major part of the outcome.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Clippers have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. The shot by Harkless, no good.
I'll tell you, most of the time, this guy's going to finish that. But that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Powell, the pass to Finney-Smith. Over in the corner, Porzingis. Powell trying to free himself up. And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist by Doncic.
Well, he is so comfortable with his superstar status in the league. Porzingis excellent on the catch and shoot.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
And as Dirk Nowitzki walks off into the sunset, the Mavericks seem to have found their next European superstar in Luka Doncic. The number 3 pick in last year's draft had a rookie season for the ages.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Justin Jackson comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Williams' shot is off. And Doncic, the EuroLeague MVP, led Real Madrid to a title. EuroLeague Finals MVP, all at the tender age of 19.
Incredibly accomplished. Despite that, slipped a little bit in the draft into the waiting arms of the Mavs, who moved up 2 spots to get him.
Here's Brunson, and that one good. And now a 9-point Dallas lead.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
And Greg, one of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
Now here's Williams. 32 points for him last game against New Orleans.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Jackson. Pass to Wright. The 3 from Porzingis. Another 3 for Dallas.
Outstanding start from 3-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
Williams kicks to Green. Man, guarded by Jackson. Here's Harrell. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
And it's Wright missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Williams outside. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And he gives up some size on that play, but the defender fails to close the gap.
It's incredible to me how players have become so adept at creating just enough space to get the shot off. Nicely done.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Clippers. They trail by 9 points. Last time they met was in Dallas, where they beat the Mavericks.
Yeah, and they won that matchup last time, and it wasn't even close, guys.
Yeah, I thought that had to do with getting the starters in foul trouble and then taking advantage of the substitutes, and that led to a huge disparity on the scoreboard.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial 6th Man of the Year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
And that one falls for Williams.
Well, you think the ownership style of the Mavericks, something the league had to adjust to. Very active, very outspoken. Sometimes I think that rubbed people the wrong way. But now you get the sense it's almost the new normal.
J.J. Barea checked in for Wright. And Williams drops them both.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Barea, the pass to Porzingis. They get a hand on it. We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the first. Just 5 to shoot. And now here comes Williams leading the break. Drains it from beyond the arc. Williams has got 11 points.
Not everyone has the green light to take that three in transition, but he does, especially with the defense already set up protecting the paint.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Mavericks lead by 6. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. Thanks again for joining us, and welcome back to our special Martin Luther King Day presentation of the NBA. And guys, what's your take on the Mavericks so far?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. Williams and Shamet are the guard set. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Green, and it's Magruder in at the 3. Shamet kicks to Williams. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Barea with it. Now Green defending. Lets a floater go. The shot missing. Great D that time from Harrell. Now Shamet. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Pelicans in New Orleans. And Harrell slams it in.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Hardaway's checked in. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Dallas again missing.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Williams with the ball. He's got 14. Here's Shamet. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Dallas has gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Kleba, no good.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Williams' shot is off.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Jackson. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Now, here's Shamet, guarded by Barea, and the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Curry's checked in for the Mavericks. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Magruder kicks to Green. Passes it to Williams. Shoots over Barea. Williams can't get it to go. Dallas leading by 3. To the middle. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Doris, this game always evolving. Fascinating to see the players who drive that change with their unique talents find a way to do things different.
Well, probably two guys currently that have revolutionized the way
Take
the
a break.
game is played.
Take a break.
Stephen Curry, with
Two
the
shots.
incredible range he has on his three-point shooting. You've got to guard him as soon as he crosses the half-court line. And honestly, if the goal would be good from the other side of the half-court, he'd probably push it to out there. And James Harden, so prolific at drawing fouls. It might be maddening to the fans of opposing teams, but James Harden has led the NBA or been at the top of the free throw attempts list for years now.
Great examples. And he's good on the second.
Well, how about the guy, undrafted, undersized guard out of Puerto Rico? What a career J.J. Barea has made for himself.
Outside, Green. Great D that time from Curry. Dallas leading by 4. There's the pass to Barea. With the floater. That one, no good. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Clippers. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points, and Seth Curry is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Zubac is checked in for Green. Williams in the post, guarded by Barea. Magruder kicks to Williams. 6 on the shot clock. For 3, it falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And the three-point shot has just been money so far tonight.
To the inside, Curry trying to break free.
Well, if you allow Hardaway to get near the rim, this is what's going to happen. This guy is a fantastic finisher.
Williams against Barea. Now, here's Shamet. He's tightly guarded. Zubac, that's good.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Williams against Barea. And no good. Nice D from Williams. Floats it up there for Harrell. And here's Barea. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Teardrop shot. And the rejection by Harrell. Williams against Barea. Williams kicks to Shamet. Shot clock at 6. Here's Harrell. Zubac trying to break loose. Harrell, that's good. Harrell's got the lead up to 2 now for Los Angeles. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The 3-time Sixth Man of the Year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space." Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always deadly. Thank you.
This is an evolving aspect of Dwight Powell's game, getting comfortable in the catch and shoot from just about anywhere.
Here's Magruder, guarded by Hardaway. Here's Leonard, offensive rebound. Zubac, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
And up to this point on the season, he's set a pace of right around 73% when he gets to the line.
And he knocks down the first one. Doris, if you had to list a player with all the great talent in this league that's the most difficult to stop one-on-one, who would that be?
Well, like in similar situations, I can't give you just one. Some names that come immediately to mind: James Harden, obviously, has been in the MVP race for 5 years running, I think. He's virtually impossible to guard, right? He's got a great system for his individual skills. Kevin Durant can get any shot he wants at any time. And then the virtuoso that is LeBron James, who can pick you apart with shooting, with scoring, with passing. He's really nothing short of remarkable.
Curry passes to Hardaway. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
Terrific closeout there to challenge the three.
It may be the hardest thing to do in basketball. Close under control, and he's more than up to the task.
Powell, that's good. Powell's got it all tied up now for the Mavs.
Tell you, even with some physical contact, Powell gets it done. Love his persistence.
Leonard on the wing, guarded by Hardaway. High post, Zubats. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And this is exactly what you have to do to stop him. That was a tremendous contest, forcing the miss.
Doncic outside. Knocks it loose. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Beverly with the ball. And George gets it to go.
You've got to be prepared on the catch to release quickly, and Paul George does that as well as anyone in the league.
Curry looking it over. And now the fast break. George with the ball. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
This is his second trip to the free throw line. And the Mavericks with some changes. Porzingis is checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr., and it's Wright in for Curry.
We know this about the Dallas Mavericks. They will put every piece of data and information to use in terms of trying to get an advantage. Think about it, guys. They are now doing blood tests, trying to head off injury for their players. They believe this gives them a clearer picture into the overall health of their athletes.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
Pass to Zubats. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Five to shoot. Nobody near Leonard. And the three ball is good. Leonard's got the lead up to 6 now for the Clippers. And Doris, those blood tests you were talking about, always subject to player permission. They want to honor player privacy.
I think you have to, Kevin, and most of the Mavs have embraced it. These tests have the ability to measure almost 50 biomarkers. As an athlete, you're always trying to stay in peak form. As an organization, you're always trying to manage appropriately their workloads.
For Los Angeles, they have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts. Free throw, no good.
And throughout his career, Beverly has remained a pest, an aggressive defender that no one likes having him guard.
That one is no good. Mavericks trail by 6.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
That one good for 2.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Leonard looking over the floor. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
Now, this is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Leonard.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Paul George with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Leonard with the bucket. And it's an 8-point Clipper lead.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Pass to Finney-Smith. And here is Doncic. That's tipped. Let's go. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Offensive rebound. Leonard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Porzingis.
You can see the kind of savvy Kawhi Leonard plays with. This guy makes the defense commit and gets himself to the foul line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And he's at nearly 90% from the free throw line this season, so having a terrific year.
And the first one at the line is good. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And
wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well. Nailed from three-point land. And the Clippers lead by 11.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Passes it to Finney-Smith. Now Porzingis. For the 3. They get the rebound. And Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got 16.
Luka Doncic has superstar written all over him. He's cooking.
Tipped away. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard.
And so far the story on Luka Doncic.
He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. He's getting around 28 points per, 9 assists, and 10 rebounds. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
There's no doubt about that. Great anticipation, excellent peripheral vision. His talents are really shining through.
Man passes to Beverly. And there's the pass to Leonard. Here's George. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Yeah, Kevin, there are nights where it's impossible to stop Paul George. He is such a strong guy who knows how to convert through these plays. .27 seconds left to play here in the second quarter.
Knocked away. On the wing, George. From the arc. Here's Green. Outside Leonard. A 3-ball. No good on that one. 1 second left. That one doesn't go. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And if they keep draining the threes like they've been so far, their lead is safe. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks so much. Kawhi, you seem to be so at ease out there. How much is that helping your game?
It's helping me out a lot. Just coming in the game relaxed, just with more intensity. I mean, my teammates are getting me involved on the offensive end. I'm playing great on defense. We just got to keep it up second half and not let it up.
Hey, Kawhi, thank you very much for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Leading the way at the start, it was Lou Williams. He ended up with 17 points and 2 rebounds. And let us get your thoughts, big fella, on the Clippers.
Well, they got a nice advantage in the free throw department. I wish I was a shooter. They've been the one taking the direct approach. They're driving the lane, being physical, and forcing the opposing D into tight spots. And that's got them a lot of points at the line and the lead.
Kenny, how do you think Dallas played?
I felt they had a lack of intensity defensively. They gave up way too many threes. I mean, somebody needs to pull out the fire hose because this fire is out of control, and it certainly wasn't because of their defense.
And that'll do it for our
And welcome back to our special presentation of the NBA for Martin Luther King Day. It's been a clinic out there by Lou Williams.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Doncic out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Pass to Harkless. Outside Leonard, 6 to shoot. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That's foul number 2 for him. Oh, Leonard in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Well, Kawhi Leonard starting to percolate, guys. You may want to start checking this guy.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
Harkless finds George. Back to Harkless. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Beverly. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Shot clock at 6. All sorts of time, and good. Got the English that time as it falls. Harkless has got the lead up to 14 now for the Clippers. Doncic kicks to Powell. Hardaway from outside. That one's not going to go. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
George against Hardaway. Pass to Leonard. Poked loose. Hardaway with the steal. by himself, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
Well, this has to help Hardaway Jr.'s confidence. You'd like to see him make an impact on both ends.
Beverly dishes to Leonard. Porzingis with the block. Hardaway with a wide open look. That doesn't go either for Hardaway.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Beverly the pass to Zubac. Over Hardaway. Zubac, that's good. Zubac has got 7 points.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
Back to Hardaway. Poked away. Shot clock at 5. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Porzingis. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Williams comes in for George. Clock at 4. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Beverly's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Williams up on top. It's rebounded by Dallas. Doncic has got his 5th rebound in this one. Floats one up, and he lays it up and in. Doncic has got 4 this quarter.
I'll tell you, individually, he is doing all he can. But right now, somebody's got to step in and support this guy.
Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
A different look for Dallas. Jackson, he's checked in for Powell. Curry comes in for Hardaway. And Barea subbed in for Luka Doncic. The Clippers also making some changes. Rodney McGruder comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Kleber kicks to Finney-Smith. Passes to Barea. Launches it. And Harkless pulls it down. Harkless has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Shamet. Los Angeles with another miss. Mavericks trail by 12. Tipped away. Curry finds Jackson, and it goes down 2 points.
You know, one thing that has stood out tonight is his scoring. You know, he's kept attacking even when they've been trailing.
The 15th pick back in 2017, Justin Jackson, Doris, won a championship, as you know, at North Carolina.
Yeah, Kevin, he spent his first season and a half in Sacramento. Now he gets a new opportunity. Sometimes it's that next stop where young players really find success.
Los Angeles leading by 9. Williams up on top. Guarded by Barea. And that's a foul called on J.J. Barea. That's his first foul. And that's a foul called on J.J. Barea. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
Mavericks on D. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Clock at 6. Harrell dishes to Williams. Drains the 3-pointer. Williams has got 20 points.
Boy, I don't think he'll get a screen assist for that pick, but they get the points, and that's all that matters.
And stolen by Harrell. Williams against Barea. Double team on Williams to the left side wing. Now here's Harrell. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. Shot clock at 3. Shoots the 3. The shot by Williams, no good. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Mavericks. A 12-point game. He kicks to Barea. Poke loose. Down low. Now the pass to Kleba. Curry on the wing. Takes a 3. Barea, no good.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Double team on Williams. Pass to Harkless. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
And a moment here to look at the numbers for Lou Williams. He's averaging 20 points, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
There's no doubt about that. Great anticipation, excellent peripheral vision. His talents are really shining through.
Magruder kicks to Shamet. Fires the 3. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Mavericks trail by 12. Pass to Curry. Back to Jackson. There's the 3. And it's Shamet with the rebound. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. And that one drops for him.
Timeout.
Shamet's got the lead up to 14 now for Los Angeles.
Oh, great move there. That spin just dusted the defense.
And Dallas calls their first timeout of the game. You have to like what we're seeing from Lou Williams.
This is a timely timeout because this guy is hurting them. They've got to figure it out.
DeLon Wright, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Jalen Brunson comes in for J.J. Barea. Outside Curry. Inside, here's Finney Smith, and he recovers it. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
And right, here we go. Knocks it loose, trying to end the drought, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Mavericks shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line. Here's Shamet taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Knocked away. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wright.
And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Kleba. Over the last 10 games or so, he's really shown up. 11th in blocks, and he's among the top 20 players in three-point field goal percentage. He has been locked and loaded from beyond.
And trying to muscle up shots against him is tough. His body type makes it supremely difficult. Just a dominant rim protector all season. Now, Brunson. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
But they get it back. Shamet, a shot, no good. And it's Dallas the other way.
I'll tell you, his shot is just lost right now. There's just no consistency. Amazing that they're still up in this basketball game.
Passes it to Kleba. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Out of Würzburg, Germany, undrafted Maxi Kleba. with a strong start, Doris, to his career.
Incredible to think he grows up in the same small town as Dirk Nowitzki, and he first meets Dirk when he's 12 years old. What an amazing story for them to become teammates on the Mavericks. So cool.
The first one falls, and the Mavericks making a change here. Porzingis is checked in. He makes one of two that time. Los Angeles leading by 14. The pass to Williams. Back to Shamet. Porzingis with the block.
This guy is showing great potential as a rim protector. Porzingis a threat to block shots anywhere, anytime.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for the Clippers. And stolen by Wright. Here's Brunson. Lays it up and banks it in. Brunson's got 6 points.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Williams kicks to Shamet. Fires for three. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Now here's Brunson. He's guarded by Williams. Wright looking around. 5 on the clock. Pass to Kleba. A 3 from Porzingis. It's not going to go for him. Great D that time from Leonard. Oh, Leonard in position.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Pass to Brunson. Wright with it. And there's a whistle. That goes on Landry Shamet. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Mavericks with some changes. Dwight Powell comes in for Maxi Kleba. And Doncic is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. George is checked in for the Clippers. Now here's Brunson. He's guarded by Williams. Brunson, good. He's got 9.
Well, he showed right there. This guy capable of making shots, especially if you leave him that wide open.
1:43 left to play here in the third. Outside Leonard. Here's the 3. The offensive rebound. Williams kicks to George. Buries it from 3-point range. George has got 19 points.
You have got to be aware of Paul George. He is a knockdown shooter from deep.
Powell, the pass to Porzingis. Brunson with it. Doncic outside. 4 on the clock. Shoots over Leonard. Doncic, no good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Well, there's superb shot selection right now with Paul George. He's aggressive, but he's still playing within the offense.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
There is so much to love about Kristaps Porzingis. Over 7 feet, sweet shooting jumper, but aggression. This guy will back down from no one.
First free throw is good.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for the Mavericks. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Patrick Beverley comes in for Lou Williams. And both free throws good for Porzingis.
I mean, the potential of Kristaps Porzingis, to me, could be terrifying as an opponent. This guy is an incredible big man with the ability to dominate both ends. I cannot wait to see what's next.
That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. On defense, Dallas. Outside, George. Shot clock at 5. Beverley for 3. Here's Harrell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. For Los Angeles, they have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. And both free throws good for Harrell. Mavericks trail by 16. Doncic feeling it out. Pass to Porzingis. Powell kicks to Brunson. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And we'll be back with you shortly. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And welcome back to the 2K Sports broadcast of the NBA, celebrating Martin Luther King Day. So for the Clippers right now, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverley in at the point guard. Harrell finds Leonard, 6 on the shot clock. Porzingis with the block. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Dallas. They trail by 16. The pass to Powell. Dallas moving it around. Releases. Porzingis trying to get free. And that one goes long. Clippers leading by 16. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Leonard against Hardaway. And it's Leonard missing.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And here is Powell. Pass to Doncic.
Well, we call that defensive chops, right? Paul George is draped all over his man. He will not give up anything easy.
From out on the wing, he knocks it down. George has got 23 points.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Los Angeles leading by 18. Three-pointer, and he's good on the three ball. 26 points for him.
After hitting nothing from downtown in the first half, that's his second make sense.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Brunson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
What a college career for Jalen Brunson. 2 championships and a Wooden Award. This is one of the most decorated players in college basketball history.
The first free throw is good. And Brunson, the College Player of the Year back in 2018, but fell to the second round. Doris, when you look at that time, why did he fall?
I think it had everything to do with the fact that he's not an elite athlete by NBA standards. But we know unequivocally Jalen Brunson is a winner. His father played a decade in the NBA. This young man has been around the game since his formative years, and you can see it in his game.
We're seeing some great shooters with length, tall players shooting from outside. That seems to be the rage right now, but when you look in your crystal ball, Doris, what might be the next player trend in the NBA?
So we saw the evolution of big men as three-point shooters, men being able to enter the league as sort of back to the basket, consistent rebounding forces out of the post, now stepping away and becoming threats as face-up scorers. To me, one of the most intriguing young players in the league right now is Nikola Jokic. Here's a 7-foot guy who is a tremendous playmaker. His instinct is to pass more than it is to score. So you wonder, is that the next evolution of big men? And then the other thing, Kevin, you are starting to see offensive rebounding went away as a focal point of teams in the NBA. You are starting to see teams go back after the offensive glass. Does that continue?
That second chance is a big statistic, isn't it?
It is.
Dallas on defense. Pass to Zubats. Now here's Leonard. Clock at 6. Passes it to Beverly. Takes the three.
And they're not having as much success from long range as they did in the first half.
Ball's knocked loose, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beverly. Barea against George. Barea kicks to Powell. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist. Barea's got 3 assists now in this one.
I tell you, for his career, Powell hovering right around 50% from the field, which means he's taking high-quality shots.
The pass to Beverly. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Mavericks trailed by 17. To the wing right side. Got a piece of it. Hardaway finds Barea. Doncic outside. Back to Barea. Shot clock at 6. On the wing, Doncic. No good with the wing jumper. And so Beverly will bring it up for Los Angeles. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
Well, incredible improvement in Kawhi Leonard's jumper since he came into the league. Give credit to the time spent in San Antonio.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for J.J. Barea. Here's Finney-Smith. Doris, do you have high hopes for the new draft lottery system to keep every team competitive to the very end of the season?
Well, one of the keys in implementing this new draft lottery system was to make sure that the bottom 3 teams were given equal opportunity to get that top draft choice. I think you did see it have some effect on play and teams trying to be competitive while understanding they're still going to have an opportunity to build their team through the draft. But here's the reality. The NBA has got to be under review constantly. There's a process in play. It's one of the most proactive leagues in the country in terms of always looking for little things to make sure their game is the best it can be.
Attention to detail. Well said. Here's Zubats. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. And the Clippers lead by 19.
Boy, doesn't get any easier than that. What a size advantage, and just goes to work.
Now here's Powell. Outside Hardaway. Doncic trying to get open. Another 3 for Dallas.
Ooh, finally hitting one from range. That's his first 3 of the night.
Clippers leading by 16. Outside, George. Pass to Leonard. It's rebounded by Dallas. Doncic outside. To the left wing. Here's Finney-Smith. Zubats defending. Out to Hardaway. 5 to shoot. Floats one. They grab their own miss. And there's the foul. It'll go on Mo Harkless. That's foul number 2 for him.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Now Hardaway. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Porzingis. Lets it go with a 3. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Hardaway has got his 4th assist in this one. Passes to Zubats. Kicks it to Leonard. Now Beverly. Leonard with the bucket. Leonard's got 9 points here in the second half.
Kawhi Leonard's length and shot-making ability on the interior is problematic for the defense.
Powell, the pass to Hardaway. Here's Finney-Smith, defended by George. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
That free throw missing, and the Clippers making a change here. Williams is checked in. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. Boris, all right, this is going to come out of the blue here, but if you had to choose between raising the height of the basket or widening the floor or even widening the lane, which would it be?
I have very strong feelings on this, Kevin, and for me it would be widening the floor. And the reason I say that is it feels to me in the last couple of years there are more sideline violations where teams are turning it over because they're trying to get to that corner 3, one of the most advantageous, best shots in today's game. But because that 3-point line is so close to the sideline out of bounds, we're seeing too many violations. So if I had to choose between one or the other, I would absolutely widen the floor.
Now the pass to Zubats. And Williams, here we go. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his 4th foul of the contest. And it's the Clippers with the ball. 22 is their biggest lead. Here's Leonard. Another one falls for the Clippers.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
And Greg, you know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Back to Doncic. Pass to Finney-Smith. Dallas moving it around. 6 to shoot. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Here's Leonard. Mavericks with the rebound. Finney-Smith's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Outside, Porzingis. Good on the three-point shot.
And he's on his way to putting up a big three-point total.
And it's Williams with the ball for the Clippers. They lead by 17. Outside, George puts up a 3, hits the three-point bomb. George has got 13 points in the second half.
Well, Paul George says, I can answer with my own big-time three-point shot. Go to work, PG.
And the Mavericks call time here. Doris, basketball continues to gain in popularity around the world, doesn't it? It's amazing to me.
It does. Adam Silver, the commissioner, has said, I believe we can be the #1 spot in the world. Obviously, they'd have to overcome the soccer, and that's popularity. But think about this, Kevin, how inclusive a game basketball is. And the love spans across gender, race, ethnicity, religious affiliation. And the best part about the game of basketball is this, Kevin. When you're growing up and trying to get better, you need a ball, you need a hoop, and you need you, and you don't need anything else.
That is so well said. George against Hardaway. Over to the wing. Doncic outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Another 3 for Dallas.
His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
Clippers leading by 17. And he's known as the Claw, Kawhi Leonard, Doris, with some of the biggest hands in the NBA.
Well, consider, Kevin, that hand is over 11 inches from thumb to pinky. That's 52% wider than the normal hand. Basically, his hands correspond to a person who would be almost 9 feet tall. Incredible.
And the first one drops.
How about Kawhi Leonard? How many guys in the history of their career can say, I was an NBA Finals MVP at 22 and then an NBA Finals MVP at 27? Simply incredible.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Doncic outside. He kicks it to Hardaway. Up top, Doncic. He's guarded by Williams. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Porzingis. And the layup falls. Porzingis has got 10 points in just the second half.
And to me, this is what KP has got to do. Porzingis has the size and length to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Here's Leonard. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. And that's now 30 points for Kawhi Leonard.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Pulls it up. Finney-Smith can't get it to go. Clippers leading by 19. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter. Zubac kicks to Leonard. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis has got rebound number 12 here already in the game.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Los Angeles.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
And this team has great depth, and they showed it in this game.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year. And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Paul George.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Powell. Lee comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. J.J. Barea's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Dallas with the ball. Pass to Brunson. Back to Barea. Pulls up. Marjanovic. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Well, for the Clippers, they can just run out the clock. Zubac's with it. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a master.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. See you later.